Hi, it's Ian Dinwiddie from Inspiring Dads here. In this video I want to talk a little bit about how I came to be working with men in particular, why my niche is working dads, why it is all about helping stressed dads to balance work and fatherhood. And really it goes back to 2009 really, when my wife and I, we were preparing for the arrival of our daughter. And we were thinking about how we're going to live our lives, what we were going to do differently. And the choice that we made was that I would ask for reduced hours in 2010 after my daughter was born, and then at some stage, we kind of worked out about 6 months after she was born, then I would stop work altogether. We'd have a transition period, and then we would then my wife would go back to work when her maternity leave was over. She full paid maternity leave. Good job working as a lawyer in London, and I was working as a management consultant, which is also a good job, well-paid job. But actually, the opportunities in terms of financial decision, in terms of who was best placed to sort of look after our daughter in those early days, that was a decision that we made. So in January 2010, my daughter was born, and I moved to 4 days a week. My fifth day, my working from my at-home day, not working from home at all. My at-home day was built around the business needs. So I had a pretty good situation. I had a commutable job. Consultancy could be really tough, could be a long way away from home, but actually for us, it worked pretty well. However, it was still really, really tough. Freyas had reflux, quite severe reflux in the early days, and I used to dread the time where I used to pick up the phone and check in with Lisa and to find out how her morning had been. It was that lunchtime call. I'd get my sandwich from downstairs, I'd go and sit in a kind of quiet spot outside the office, and I would phone in and I would ask her how things were. And depending on what she said, that would have a fundamental impact on my sort of emotional well-being for the rest of the day. Particularly for her, if Freya was a bit of a nightmare and she was screaming a lot and she wouldn't feed, she was good at sleeping at night, not good during the day at all. And that had a profound impact on my emotional state for the rest of the day. And what I found out later was that for Lisa, she knew exactly which train I was planning to get. It was the same train every day, and exactly what time I would walk through the door. And if I couldn't get that train, she felt those extra 15 minutes or so, the difference in timings, that made a real big difference to her. And it really affected her, and it really made the day stretch out. It went so much slower. And I didn't realise initially the impact of that train. I had a target train, I had something I wanted to do. Knowing how important that was a real game changer for me in terms of how I approached work, how I got focused in terms of leaving on time and getting that right, correct train. Because it was tough. There were lots of great advantages in what we did, but it was tough. And that's one of the initial reasons why I founded Inspiring Dads. There's other things, and this will be a little mini story. So a little video today, a little mini story, and I will carry on in the next video.